What's up guys, my name's Liam, and in today's video we're going to be taking a quick look at the Pulsar X2 Mini ES Tournament Edition. And in this video I'm going to break down how my experience has been with this so far, and hopefully I'll be able to help you decide whether or not this could possibly be the perfect gaming mouse for you. So let's check it out. And before we get started today, I did want to let you know this was sent out to me. However, everything you'll be hearing in this video is going to be my own words and my own opinions. Included inside the box does come with a USB-C to USB Type-A cable, some documentation, a sticker, a collector's card, and this also does come with the 8K wireless receiver out of the box. It does have a rubberized bottom, USB-C connectivity on the back. So this is similar to their previous 8K receivers. So we'll go ahead and we'll start out over here on the bottom. I already did review the X-Lite V3 ES on my channel, and there's not really a whole lot between these that's that different. Starting over here on the left hand side, you do have the power button. So one of the appeals of this mouse is that you can make all the adjustments that you need to make to this on the fly. So if you're out at a LAN tournament or something like that, it does allow you to be able to adjust the pulling rate, lift off distance, even your DPI over here. And as you can clearly see, you can see everything and the adjustments that you are making over here as you're doing it. And then down here, it's the polling rate isn't working right now because I don't have it hooked up to my computer and turned on, but that is also another thing you will adjust as well. And you can even see an indicator for the battery life down there. And then aside from that, here is a look at the original X2 V2 Mini. It does look like these do have the same skate design, but if you were to have the X2 Crazy Light Mini, the Crazy Light Mini does have a different updated skate design, just something to keep in mind there. And the last thing I'd like to say is this does have the same skates they usually use, which is these dyed PTFE skates. But coming back over to the top in the similar fashion to all their other ES mice, it does have this cool looking aluminum scroll wheel. Even though I do prefer a rubberized scroll wheel myself, honestly I haven't had any issues with using this. The way they designed it honestly is pretty grippy. It's not as grippy as a rubberized scroll wheel, but again, for my personal preference, has been working out pretty good. As you may be able to see on the camera, this is a fingerprint magnet, but it does have a really solid coating on here and it does feel very grippy. For mouse 1 and 2, this is using the Raisha opticals, so the same opticals that were used in the X2 V2 gaming mice, for example, or most of the previous Pulsar mice. But the click implementation on this honestly feels pretty solid. It doesn't get a whole lot heavier clicking back here in the rear, and you get like practically no pre or post travel. So I really do feel like they've improved their click implementation on these mice a lot. I'm also not getting any play left or right or any type of teetering. So even though I do prefer the new FE switch, honestly, when I did come back over this mouse, I've been using the Crazy Light quite a bit. These clicks, they definitely do feel quite a bit heavier and just almost a little bit not as responsive or snappy as the FE switch. So I do kind of wish that they would switch to the FE switch on all of their newer mice. But the click implementation on here, like I said, with these Raisha switches, they honestly have done a really solid job. And then when it comes to the scroll wheel, has nice defined steps. Honestly, like the way the scroll feels a lot. The center scroll will click a little bit on the heavier end. Not that it's too stiff or anything. You can still spam it pretty well. And these side buttons, really good job. You don't get a whole lot of pre-travel, even coming all the way back here in the rear. So no matter where you click it from, a really solid click. You hit a nice solid wall back there. There's a little bit of post-travel though, but you don't get any massive teetering back or forth. And same thing up here on the front side button as well. This is using a 500 milliamp hour battery, so it does add some additional weight to it. And when it comes to the balance, I do feel like it is a little bit rear heavy. That could possibly be due to the screen being back there, but the left to right balance on it does feel pretty good. So dropping on my scale, it looks like we got this coming in at approximately 60.6 grams. All right guys, so that about wraps things up on the Pulsar X2 ES Mini Tournament Edition. And like I've already mentioned, Pulsar's been doing a really good job with their mice, as the filling and build on this does feel very premium. I would recommend this mouse for somebody who cares more about having a longer battery life and doesn't necessarily care so much about weight. I know that on my channel, my viewers mostly focus on lightweight gaming mice, but believe it or not, there actually has been quite a few people that I've talked to, even pros that have asked me to recommend the mice. And there still are people out there that do prefer heavier mice around the 60 gram range. I even get people that want to even go higher, up around the 75 gram range. And in fact, when it is coming to these types of mice, they have become more rare in recent times. So if you're looking for something where you can adjust these settings on the fly, if you're going out to LAN tournament or going over to friends or something like that, and you don't want to worry about the hassle of having to deal with software, and again, the 60-gram weight, if that's something in the ballpark that seems to work out best for you, then this absolutely could be a solid option for you. As for my personal preference, out of the X2, X2H, the X2 Mini is personally my favorite. For my personal preference, however, I do feel like the Crazy Light is just without question a better fit of a mouse for me, since this does come in a much lower weight. And like I said, I do like these switches a little bit more. I do kind of wish that Pulsar, even though the click implementation on this does feel solid for what it is, I'm not really a fan of the ratios. I kind of wish that they would switch over to this FE switch in all their mice. But aside from that, really, that's the only thing that I had to say about this that I wish was done just a little bit differently. And though this might not be the perfect option for me when it comes to a gaming mouse, again, for the market that they're going after, I do feel like that the ES does deliver, and they did do a really good job with this mouse. So if you guys have any additional questions or feel like I left anything out, please let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed watching this video and are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, please drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.